Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This has been a strange day. I keep thinking it's the weekend. Hi Danielle, I can't stay long but I'll catch the replay. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Have a great night. Like I said, I'm confused. I'm thinking it's Saturday but I think it's really Friday. uh, I don't know what I'm doing anymore half the time. My pain management doctor tells me she won't do one thing, and then she calls me up today and tells me she's going to do it. And then I have to call the pharmacy to see if it really can be done. It's like, because they told me yes, it could, and the doctor said no, she won't do it. And now she calls me up and says she will do it. Crazy. Hi, Greg. How are you tonight? I think it's Friday. Though I guess it's probably Saturday where you are, where you're at. I'm confused, that's for sure. So, I haven't done too much writing this week. I haven't done as much reading as I normally do either. I just haven't felt like doing anything. My kids took me out for Mother's Day dinner, and that was good. I had steak, and it was like cutting butter. And I tell you, that was a nice steak. When you can put the knife through it, it's like cutting butter. Hi, Melanie. Good evening, friends. I've been feeling like crud since yesterday. Oh, gosh. But I haven't written a darn thing all week. Sounds like me. I'm hoping to be productive during the stream. I missed you all. We missed you. I don't think I've streamed all week since the last one, which I don't remember what day it is. Not having a schedule time is actually harder to keep track of than having a schedule. I'm finding that out. Greg's not bad tonight. 1 in the morning here. Saturday already. Okay. Melanie says the pollen's really bad out this way, so my allergies are going haywire. Yeah, I've got all kinds of sprays and nasal sprays and everything else I have to take besides all my asthma medications with the nebulizer. It's like all I do is take medications for everything. Hi, Jen. Nice to see you. You just woke up from a nap. I wanted to nap later, but I thought I better get up and do something. So I think I got up at quarter to six. No, I think it was quarter to five. I don't know. Legit. Melanie legitimately lost my voice last night. It got so bad. Thank goodness I don't have to work till Monday, and even then it's day one of my new job, so not a lot of talking is going to happen anyway. I always hate learning new jobs. I always hated working, period. But learning a new job, meeting new people, not me. I hated it. Jenna says, I saw you in this stream. Oh, she's talking to Greg. Okay. Just so I know it wasn't me. I wasn't in any streams. Definitely not me. I know I was thinking I have to get back into that too, but I'm struggling just trying to do streams for a couple hours as it is. So I don't feel like writing, and I feel like writing, but I don't feel like writing. And I don't have any ideas either. I mean, that was always a problem before, but when I've gone so long from writing now, I don't have any ideas. Like, it's hard to find something to come up with at all. So I haven't written really anything, even with the prompts. I mean, I look at them and I'm like, I don't see anything. Like, sometimes I can look at a picture and say, oh, this story pops into my head, and nah, not working right now. So, and I was supposed to get the second booster shot, but I decided not to. After the reaction I had the first one, I decided not to do that again. I don't want to go through that again. I may not have had it happen again, but if it did, I didn't want to go through that again. I spent a night in the hospital because of that. And screw it. If I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. I have to be in a certain mood for vampires, Greg, and writing about them, no. Reading them, occasionally. Molly needs to get back to her new YA contemporary romance. Haven't worked on it since last week. Pre-vacation. Danielle says, I'm not getting the vaccine. I survived this long with just masks and hand washing. Well, I got the first two, and then I got the first booster. Now it's time for the second booster, but I'm not going to do it because I had a terrible reaction to the booster, the first one, and I didn't to the two vaccines, but the booster put me in the hospital. So, no, we're not doing that again. And it doesn't really stop it. It might make it less severe, but it doesn't stop it. So, still need to get my booster. Been anxious about the potential side effects. Well, I ended up in the hospital. That's how bad my effects were. I know they aren't as bad as the actual virus per personal experience, right? You've had the virus itself. I ended up in the hospital overnight, and I could barely breathe, and of course had a temperature, and I had terrible chest pains. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know what that was, whether it was, anxiety or what, but so I ended up in the hospital overnight. I don't want to do it again. I gibberish. Mom says, I'm thinking I need to get back into paranormal romance writing. That's how I got started years ago. Interesting. I like reading them. Then there's like a COVID once, but that's when it just started. That's when it was much, much worse, too. My dad had it. He's the only one in the family, I think, that's had it. Oh, my ex-husband and girlfriend had it. But that doesn't affect me. It affects the kids, but it doesn't affect me. Melanie says, I will say that I flew on 3 different planes maskless this past weekend and came out of it fine, so I do not have a schedule now, Jib. Sorry. It's when I feel like I can handle it. But I do find it hard keeping track of the days when I don't have a schedule. But no, I don't have a schedule. I used to stream on Saturdays. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday used to be my schedule. But right now, it's just when I feel like it. You can't handle high altitudes. I get sick on planes. I get car sick, so, gonna get sick on a plane for sure. Greg says, I wrote a bit of chapter 7 yesterday. I'm still feeling the effects of finishing chapter 6. So tonight I will do some work for my computer programming channel. That's cool. Melanie says, let's just say the highest elevation we hit was over 9,400 feet in Rocky Mountain National Park, and I couldn't get out of the car because I got winded too easily. So I sent the hubby for pics. Oh, jeez. I can't even do that now, and I'm not even in a high elevation. I'd hate to be stuck in it, something like that. Probably wouldn't be able to breathe at all. uh, yeah, I just finished reading Greg's chapter 6, so he's moving right along. All right. Well, let's start our first stream. Oh, no, you forgot the inhaler. That could be a problem. Oh, and your computer channel has 720 subscribers. That's really moving up fast. Great job. Sorry about the inhaler. That must have been murder. I don't even have it. With all the problems I have, he doesn't give me an inhaler. People could say, do you have your inhaler with you? No, my doctor doesn't want to give me one. Not sure why, because he has me on all these nebulizer medicines. So he doesn't give me an inhaler for when I'm out in public somewhere and I have an asthma attack. I'm stuck. It's just like, hope it goes away or head to the hospital, one or the other. Oh, okay. So, let's go for our first stream. Timer. Need to put the timer on. 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, Greg is close to getting monetized, isn't he? Yeah, the rescue inhaler, but sometimes you need it just enough to open that airways. Yeah, I used to do that, make a list and still manage to forget things. Yeah, because you're growing, your channel's growing rapidly. What is it, 1,000 you need to get monetized on YouTube? All right, let me get this timer started. So we're going with 20 minutes starting now. And I actually mute myself during the stream, so you don't hear all the noise in here. And the neighbors in the hall yelling and all that stuff. I get the noisiest neighbors, and they sound like they're in the room. I mean, they're only a few feet away from me, so yeah, they practically are in the room. Walls are like paper. Well, that's cool, Greg. I don't think you'll have a problem with that. I'm not monetizing. I don't even know how many subscribers I have. I haven't even looked at that lately. I haven't the faintest idea. All right. I'll see you guys in 18 minutes. Wow. I looked at it, just seemed like minutes ago, and I still had 8 minutes, and then it just went off and startled me. Oh, all right. So, Melanie says I actually saw the Stanley Hotel in person during my trip. That's a big check mark on my bucket list. Didn't get to go in because you had to pay for the ticket and parking. I was so damn giddy to just see the building, I didn't care. Okay. Jenna yawns. What are you drawing for, girl? 597 words. Good job. And you've been writing since early this morning, right? Or was that yesterday? I don't know. Max says I procrastinated playing a game of chess. Also boiled water for coffee. Melanie started outlining a scene for her word in progress, then at the last minute got stuck on the POV character's goal for the scene. Uh, I didn't get much of anywhere. I started a post for my blog, the weekend coffee share, where everybody says what they're doing and whatnot. And of course, I just say that I'm not doing much of anything. I wrote a whole post just to say that I didn't do anything. Melanie says I love chess. Do you play on an app, on your phone, or on a website? I need to improve my game and actually beat my hubby for once. I used to play chess as a kid. Melanie says, yeah, Tessa, the link I shared is totally safe. It's one of the better pics I got of the building that inspired the Overlook Hotel in The Shining. Cool. Jenna says, I actually work with outlines now, though they're not super detailed. Well, I was thinking about what you said earlier. So if like you had like templates, like, of certain layouts, you this many characters, maybe, this particular type of trope or whatever they call those things, and like different things set up, and then you could just sort of take that layout and fill it in. I don't know if that's how people that write tons of books quickly do it or not. Here, basically leave room for growth within the scene. Okay. Clients prefer, so I decided why not. They're not the worst thing in the world. I just stress that I might stray from the path a little bit depending on things. Well, I guess if the client wants it, then you have to do it anyhow. I also have something to refer back to for details, which I'm terrible at remembering. Yeah, that's why I made that story Bible up, because I couldn't remember anything either. Shiver says I did nothing. I don't plan on doing anything. Well, like Melanie says, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm hosting the stream, but that's about it. I'm not exactly producing a bunch of stuff. Yeah, unless you actually have work to do. Do you have work to do? Do you have homework? Then you should be doing homework. Unless it's not due yet and you have time. But I used to, when I first started doing these, I wrote constantly. I was constantly writing, and I was producing stuff and whatnot. Now I don't do nothing, but if I manage to host it, that's a step in the right direction anyhow. Jenna says her goal was to have part of the weekends off down the line. So right now you kind of have to work every day, write something every day. I'm bad at sitting around unless I'm napping. That's why I do, a lot of napping. Chipper says, yeah, I have an exam to do on Sunday and a project Saturday. I can't do it because my parents are forcing me to go to a family party. Homework should be more important than a family party. Your parents are so strict. I don't understand your parents, but Jenna says, I am behind from when I was working since it got really busy. I also worked 3 days longer than planned. It must take some getting used to, though, not going to work. But knowing you have stuff you have to do if you want to get paid. Jenna says, I needed a full week before I left. It was really nice. We had food every day and I got spoiled. It'll take getting used to, but then you won't think anything about it. Eventually, I don't know how long that'll take, but eventually you get used to it. It's nice not getting up at 5 and not panicking if I don't go to bed early enough. Definitely advantages. I mean, if I was still working, something like that would be, where I could work on my own schedule, because like I said, I like being up all night and doing things at night. Though right now I'm in a different place in my life. I'm sleeping at night, but I'm sleeping all day too, which they say part of is some of the medicines I'm taking. And, I'm just always tired. Like, I can't stay awake. I keep falling asleep while the aide is here again. I got done that for a little while. Now I'm back into that phase again where I'm sleeping while the aide is here. But she arrives at, 7:15 in the morning, which means I have to get up like an hour before that and take my medicines and stuff before she gets here. You took your daughter to school every day this week. And I woke up around 6 naturally every day. Melanie, my sleep schedule's crazy too. I never know. I don't have a schedule. I know some people says I ought to sleep every night at a certain time, and I get up every morning at a certain time. Well, I don't do that. But I have been waking up on my own instead of the alarm clock going off. Because that alarm going off scares the daylights out of me. So I do appreciate the fact that that's happening. But I can't, the medicines I take, they keep telling me, all the doctors tell me the same thing. You're taking too many drowsy medicines that make you drowsy. You're not going to be awake. Because I keep complaining about the fact that I am so tired. They say, because of the medicines, you got to stop the medicines. I'm like, I can't stop them. I don't know if you actually train your body to require less sleep. I think we like to think we're doing that, but in the long run, you're not feeling awoke. Not feeling awoke. I'm not feeling awoke right now. Awake. Your body, yeah, they say your body requires a certain amount, and I never get that amount of sleep. So I'm always walking around in a daze. And then I got medicines that make me sleepy, and I'm always in a daze. Getting. Yeah, man, it's been a while since I've had a raid. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Jules. I'm getting a raid from Charlie. Charlie says hi. Hi, back. Yeah. I don't even know what their schedule is anymore. The last I checked, it was on an odd day, and I'm like, oh, they must change the schedule. So I don't even know what their schedule is anymore. I haven't been watching. I haven't been going to streams. I just restarted streaming occasionally. I'm not doing a scheduled stream right now. I just happen to be streaming. Nice to see you guys. Hi, Dee Dee. I'm starting to pick up my time. I don't have a schedule right now, but I'm starting to pick up time again streaming. I'm trying to get back into into a schedule. Right now, I'm just doing it when I feel like it. Because I went through a whole thing, and I stopped streaming, and I expected my life to get really bad because my father's in hospice, and he's been since before Christmas. I think it may have been before Thanksgiving. So, they're telling us he's going to go anytime now. So I'm preparing myself to be, depressed and not wanting to do anything. And he's still hanging in there and even gaining weight. So I said, I guess I had to stop feeling sorry for myself until it actually happens. uh, was a tough man. If you're talking about my dad, yeah, he'll probably lived to be 100, which he doesn't want to do. Alrighty, ready for another sprint. Start another 20-minute sprint starting now. Okay. See you in 20 minutes. Okay. 20 minutes. How'd we all do? I did a whole small prompt for my blog. That was it. I have to go through all the pictures in my OneDrive because now that I don't have the Word anymore, I don't have the extra OneDrive and I don't feel like paying for it. So I have to go through and keep the pictures I want and get rid of the ones I don't want, which takes up a lot of time because for some reason when I take a picture, I get 1,000 of them. Let's see. Yeah, didn't it flew by fast? Jenna got 640. Way to go. Melanie finished outlining the scene and got stuck on the last sprint. Oh, finished outlining the scene and got stuck on last sprint. Okay, got it. Greg says not much done. Gibberish says not much done. I didn't do much either. Took me all that time, and I was still finishing up from the thing before. I didn't write much. It took me that long to put it on my blog. Jenna says, I have been writing about 5K a day all week. That's a lot of words. I don't know, never having tried it, whether writing, I mean, like you have to really want to write, obviously, to write that many words every day. If you ever get to a point where you just don't want to write anymore, which would be something that would concern me because I don't stay interested in things long. I switch my things constantly. Melanie says, oh my God, am I actually being productive during a writing stream? Screams silently to avoid irritating her throat. Well, that's good. That's good, Mel. Jenna the stream hopper. It always seems like on the days I do feel like I want to stream, there isn't any. So it's either start one on my own or just forget it. Then if there is a stream, then everybody's streaming and I can't figure out who to stream with. And I hate hopping streams. I like to just get on one and stay on it. Like hopping back and forth drives me crazy. Jenna says, I think I was invited to be a part of the upcoming authors conference today. Then we'll see what happens with that. Sounds interesting. What's up with Funky? I don't see him much anymore. Was he on during the day? I know he's popped in a couple times for a very short period to say hello, but haven't really been in a stream. It's in July. And what are we in? May? A couple months away. Oh, a hockey game. Should have known, huh? Writing goes down the tubes on hockey's one. his team is on their last legs. Hmm. I was just to having him around. He always made everything more lively, and he hasn't been around much. I think he came in one night just as I was getting ready to go off. Like, oh, you're a little late. I could turn it on to see for myself. He's being quiet tonight. I know it's the weekend, but it's Friday, so I couldn't remember if it was Friday or just Saturday and Sunday he wasn't around. It's been a while since I've streamed. Yeah, that's what I mean. Funky's been quiet. Yeah, he does. But I didn't know if that included Friday or not. It's been too long for me to remember the days. I know Saturday and Sunday he usually wasn't. I mean, he would pop in and say hi, but oh, the playoffs. That makes a difference. It's not just a regular game. So say he was really wanting to work on the book. Hmm. Yeah, but he said he was gonna. He thought he had made me a spring overlay, and then he said he didn't, and just to use this for now. He took off the stain and the coffee stain on the side I didn't like, and said to use this one for now. So I guess he's, normally he dives right into the overlay and sends it right over. So he hasn't been doing anything. I haven't watched baseball in years. Since the pandemic started and then everything went to crazy, I got out of the habit there for a while. I every night or day, whenever the game was on, I was watching it, and I didn't miss too many of them. But I haven't done it since the pandemic screwed with it. I'm a baseball gal too. It's the only sport I really care for. I watch football, but it's not my big thing. Oh yeah, I do remember him mentioning something about work. I like baseball, though I haven't watched it, like I said, since the pandemic shut down everything. I haven't gone back and started watching it again. But there for a while, I didn't miss a game. And since they're almost every day, there was almost always a game on. I'm not a big sport person now. My one daughter's family, they get in all the sports. And of course, they have a big Super Bowl party and all that stuff. I gotta remember I don't have to get up early tomorrow because the aide is not coming. It's the weekend. But I'm up like 50 times during the night. Some of those times are medicine times. Trying to keep track of my medicine times is driving me. Because some of them are more than once a day. So finished work the other night around 8 and watched a hockey game. It felt so weird because it's normally when I'm getting started. You'll get used to it. You didn't know what to do with myself. Well, you could go back to reading, and I don't know if you still read, or maybe you can go back to reading. I know I couldn't write all day long. I couldn't. I can't. I can't focus long enough to do that. Melanie says I get a 7-day trial with MLB.com. After I use it for a bit, I'll decide if I want to pay $24.99 a month. Oh my God. Not me. Oh, and you did read a couple of books over the last few weeks. I wouldn't spend that much for sports. It's bad enough I'm going to have to stop with even if I can stream, which I still don't know if I can. I can't pay for all these, you know, fancy stuff. I have to use whatever they offer with the free version, if I can even stream at all. That's still up in the air, and this whole thing's still up in the air. It's really annoying. It's going to be 2 years in like July. I mean, 1 year in July. No, I haven't heard from them. It says it's going to be it's going to be a year in July since I signed up. I'm still waiting. It's not when you think about all the access, and even if it's not televised, I can listen to it still. I'm not into it that much to pay that much money. Ugh, not that I'm going to have that money. It's like I said, I got to cut down a lot of things that I have now. I don't even have a car. And I hate driving, but having a car certainly helps when I have to go to the doctor's office because my kids aren't available to take me around. I don't know what's going on with the facility. They keep blaming it on the state. They keep saying the state's not giving them their license. Why? Why? What did you do? Is the state that backed up, or did they do something? I have no idea. And it's not like they're keeping us advised. If I say, hey, have you heard anything? She'll email me back and say, nope, I haven't heard nothing. You know, they don't answer the phones. They don't return messages. One woman I found to email will answer my emails partially. Depends on what I say in them, whether she answers it completely or not. Melanie says, honestly, I'll cancel it at the end of the week-long trial. I can listen to Gangsters free on one of our local radio stations. I'm still paying $25 a month for the upgraded Planet Fitness membership. You would think they would have the accreditation before accepting residents. Yeah, you would think, wouldn't you? And have parties announcing meet your neighbors and pick your rooms out. And they don't have accreditation yet. It doesn't make any sense to me. And my aide is applied there, and she's trying to find somebody to answer a question. When are you going to start training your aides? And they're not answering her either. It's crazy. I mean, I'm trying to slowly pack a little bit here and there. I've been trying to go through the paperwork, as I can't shred it because the shredder weighs a ton and it's really tiny. So it's like I put a few papers in it and then I got to empty it, and then I end up dumping it all over the floor, and then I got a mess all over the floor. So I've been just cutting everything, the important stuff, out of the papers, that has to be private, and it's driving me nuts. I'd rather just shove it in the thing, but I can't do that. If my daughter's here, I could do that and she could empty it, but she's keeping her distance. So I've asked her a couple times, and I keep getting, all I get is, I'm busy. It's only been an hour and a half. But yet, if I do a stream, it seems like it flies past, but yet the time itself is going slow. If that makes any sense. Do we want to do another stream or what? Oh, the elliptical, so difficult. I can't do anything now, but when I was trying to do the elliptical before, it was so hard. A couple minutes and I couldn't breathe. All right, let's do another sprint. The timer on. 20 minutes. Starting now. Helps to put the timer up. There we go. Almost forgot it. All right, see you in 20 minutes. Good night, Melanie. Thanks for coming. Hi, Tom J. Crossley. We just ended that sprint. I'm alright. Haven't written much, but I'm alright. How are you? Greg's still working on his code. That's good. That's great, Tom. I'm glad you're alright. Right now, I don't have an actual story. I'm mainly writing short fiction to prompts. A lot of microfiction, like one was 30 words. I mean, I'm not writing a book at this point. I tried writing two. One was a memoir. Have to redo it. The other one was a murder mystery. Not sure if I'm going to redo it, toss it, let it simmer. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. So I'm more with the short stories. Yeah, they're the best. I don't have a lot of ideas, which is rough when you need a lot of short stories. You need inspiration, Tessa. What about a Thai chef? Thai chef cooking street food. Ew. I hate cooking. I hate Thai food. Uh, Not interested. Something more interesting than that. And it doesn't quite do it for me. I wanted to start writing romance, but I kind of got a couple started, but not getting anywhere with that yet. I'm reading a lot of cozy mysteries, and I'm not really liking that genre too well. Yeah, I am a tough sell, sorry. The I don't know if it's all, but the couple people I've read so far, I haven't liked. Besides the story catches my interest. It's not so much that, but their characters. I don't like their characters, and I don't know what it is. I mean, is that the way these characters are supposed to be for a cozy mystery? I don't know. I just don't like them. Some of them are the main character, and that's even worse when you don't like the main character. So, and I'm not interested in my memoir at the moment, so that's kind of on hold. You have to draw you into like a book. Well, I've been reading the same like authors, like all their books that are in their series and stuff. Because, like I said, I kind of like the stories, kind of, so they catch my interest. But I don't understand these characters. I really don't like them, and I don't know why. I mean, I don't like them to the point I want to go on there and say I hate your characters. That's how much I hate them. Yet I'm still reading them. Don't get me wrong, I'm still reading them. But they're really annoying me, no end. Ice cream seller flirting with a fashion model. Yeah, Greg needs to write prompts. He did come up with one I really liked a long time ago. But I started writing something, but I didn't get too far with it. Now I'm having a rough time. I just don't know why I don't want to write right now. What is the problem? Like, I went from being totally obsessed with it to totally want nothing to do with it. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I read things on, what to do when you have writer's block, blah, blah, blah. But it's not helping me any. The prompts aren't helping me a whole lot either. I used to be able to read a prompt and a story would appear, or look at a picture and a story would, it's just not happening. And I'm not really sure why it's not happening. I mean, I'm trying to write a little bit, at least. It may not be much, but a little bit each week. So at least I'm writing something. I had bought a couple books on prompts. I had downloaded prompts from the internet, and nothing. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's crazy. Thing is, it worries me is I may not get back to writing. What if I don't want to ever write again? I mean, it could happen. I never would have thought so. There for a while, I was like, really into writing. And even if I didn't write, tons of stuff, I would write something every day because I was searching for prompts. So I had something every day. And some of them had to be more than 100 words. So those were better than the ones that are limited. But I don't know. The weather was too cold for ice cream. Mark hadn't sold anything all day. A woman wearing a wide brimmed straw hat turned his head as she walked past. Maybe you should write. Well, you did write one that was kind of a romance, and it was very good. Oh, it's very nice, Greg. Thank you for trying. The book I'm reading now has the ice cream. Because these are cozies, they're written in a certain town, and they just got a ice cream store opened up. So it's kind of falling in with my writing right, and with what I'm reading right now. I mean, maybe I can do something with it. I'll write it down as an idea. I could never be a freelance writer, Jenna. That's what I say when you talk about doing this. I'm thinking I could never do it because I can't stay focused long enough on one thing. And before when I was writing, I felt like writing. It was different. But if I had to depend on it for my living, I don't know what I would do. And having somebody tell me it has to have this and this and this is hard for me. It just got loud in this room, so I'm going quiet for a bit. Too much going on. Oh, your room you're talking about. Just say I can't hear anything. What are you talking about? There's nothing going on here that I know of. She must be talking about in your house, the room you're in. I mean, Greg, don't give up. You might come up with something that really strikes a bell on. Like I said, that one you gave me, one was about the guy coming in and getting roses. I may have added the everyday part. I don't know. Yeah. No, freelance writing's not a good thing for me. Thankfully, I don't have to. I'll leave that to the people that have that talent. And I couldn't imagine just constantly pumping them out. Like Jenna and, some of these other writers that have written so many books. Sarah Cannon, she pumps them out like crazy. I haven't read any of hers yet. I got a few of them, but I haven't read them yet. And I just got Sarah Sutton's, which I'm going to, one of these days, start reading hers and see how hers are. I've been to a lot of her streams a while ago. It's been a while since I've been to one of her streams, but I never read anything she wrote. I don't think, if that's what a cozy mystery is, what I've been reading, I don't think they're my thing. Really. Because they sound like they really don't make a lot of sense. And they do things that you couldn't really do in real life. So they're kind of a fantasy kind of thing, because you really couldn't do what they do in there and get away with it. I don't know. I just picked up, I haven't started it yet, but I picked up tarot cards and runes for, fortune telling, and a beginner book for each. And I thought I might start getting into that. But it's like anything. I get into something because I feel like it, and then I lose the feeling, and then I don't want to do it anymore. And I just spent almost $100 on all these, the cards, the runes, and the 2 books. And I may not do anything with them. I'm sitting here looking at them, and it's just I don't feel like doing it right now. I did when I ordered them. I felt like doing it, but I don't now. I know a lot of people use tarot cards to write their stories from. I'd probably have to listen to a few YouTube videos on tarot and writing because I don't understand how they use it, how it helps them write. Yes, I do believe in them very much, and I've had a lot of readings that were very, very true, very, very close. Astrology as well. So, yes, I had several readings when I was still at home, and I was amazed at how they really focused on my life as it was. So, yeah, I do believe in them. And I probably should pull them out and look at them right now just to see what it says about my life at this point, because I don't know. I'm in a weird, what's the word I want? Is it plateau? I'm not sure if that's a word. But maybe reading that would help explain my life to me right now. Well, each thing stands for a certain thing, and it does depend on how the person reading it reads it. Because you could give the same layout to a bunch of people, they're going to read it differently. But so much of it is true to my life. So I do believe in that kind of stuff. Besides, I grew up that way. I grew up with ghosts and all that stuff. So yeah, I believe in it. And I have written short stories on things like that. I just can't seem to settle on anything right now. I mean, just because you get a card that says death doesn't mean somebody's dying. It could be the end of something, not necessarily the death of yourself or whatever. Interpretation is depends on the interpretation. I don't think there's too many of us left. That's the thing. The cards have a wide enough interpretation that for every card you can make a story fit your situation. True. Definitely true. course, the thing is, will I ever look at them? I got them, but will I ever do anything with them? This is what I need, more junk to take with me. I'm kind of at a loss. Does anybody else have anything they want to add? You want to do another sprint? I mean, or should I just end this thing? Up to you guys. Yeah, more code to write. Okay. I don't know if anybody else is here or not. Jenna said she was too noisy where she was, so I'm not sure if she's back or not. Let me start another sprint. Let's see, timer. 20 minutes. And start. I got another prompt I could do if I try writing it. See if I can come up with something to go with it. Oh shoot, that's right. This isn't gonna work anymore. I forgot. I no longer am paying for. I'm not gonna pay for the domain name for my thing. So I need to have that taken off of there. Because now my blog is going to be WordPress.com, not .com. Which I don't know, probably have to, I mean, it's probably everything in my blog. If they don't put the WordPress in it, I don't think it will come up. So I may have to go through the blog and change all three of them, actually, because I quit the domain on all of them. I don't think they'll work. I don't think it ran out yet because they just, when I clicked on it, it came up without the WordPress in it. So it must not have run out yet. I guess I just got the notification that it's going to run out. All right. I'll see you in 18 minutes. All right. I started to write a little bit of story author prompt. I'm not sure if it's going anywhere or not. I need to make a list of things I really need to do, especially since having the domain change on my blog is going to make it so none